sports. And this one features David Long. He's on the verge of earning his 100th tackle of the season. It's the Jets and the Dolphins. Coming up next.
It's an afternoon probably best suited for skating in Central Park, but we're across the river. We are in for a cold one at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here, losers of 5 straight.
So many different reasons teams hit the losing skids, but the best way out of it, something has to happen positive early in the game.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and the rankings, they don't matter to him very much, but I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish #1, including himself.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete, and he's brought down. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Here's a diving catch right side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And 22 more yards there and another first down.
I know that rookie quarterbacks have to earn veteran receivers' trust. Maybe we saw that on that play with that type of effort, huh?
Yeah, helping out the rook with a heck of a catch. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Kamara gets it again on second down. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
And his kick is indeed good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Jets for their initial possession of the game. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw, Fields. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Fields on first down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. And the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
Herbert is into the end zone for a Jets touchdown. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point put through by Succop, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
2nd and 4. His throw is going to be incomplete. When you talk about this Jets defense, this unit will improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Now 2nd and 5. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. The Dolphins at 13-2 on the year. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Here's Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Now back to throw. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down, and the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Those the guys up front, or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop them on third down. To throw is Fields. Steps away to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard. But more importantly, it leads to fourth down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense. 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And it'll be intercepted. And the Jets are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points are given away? It could cost them a ball game.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll roll him out right. Now he's free at the 35. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll look to throw here. Ayuk bringing it in on the crossing route here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. These two teams met down in Miami earlier this year with the Dolphins winning that one. So they are looking for the sweep here at MetLife. Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Taking a shot for Dell here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain of 39 that time. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tank Dell in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the final stages of this 1st half. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
We'll kick things off with an AFC's matchup in Foxborough. Buffalo visiting New England. And it's the Bills with the lead in the 2nd quarter. The Bills trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, we head on over to Wisconsin to check on the Packers at home at Lambeau Field. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Michael Thomas, a touchdown reception. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Chiefs. The Falcons trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level 1st half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break. Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the 2nd half, we get it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it. I have to think a major focus at the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. 2nd and 10. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw. It's knocked away and incomplete.
We do see this a lot from rookie quarterbacks, don't we? They kind of lock in on their intended target. A lot of times they establish that buddy, that guy they depend on. And, boy, defenses zero in on it, don't they?
A little bit too telegraphed that time, and that's why it's knocked away.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 28. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Touchdown, Dolphins! A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Dolphins are able to add on to that lead.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Now Herbert to start the drive. Dancing away at the 35. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 41-yard line.
That's good for a Jets. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Herbert powering up the middle. And some strong running. Down to about the 37.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now it's Fields. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Fields. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
That's another Jets. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Fields. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter.
Here we go.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Off play action, Fields. They juked him. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. This offense has converted 2 3rd downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. A give left side here for Herbert. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, it's team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through. And I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 7.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he'll have the Dolphins first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards, the final tally.
First down, Dolphins.
Kamara up the middle. Pushing his way through. He's still on his feet. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Alvin Kamara with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins extend their 4th quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. Extra point up and good by Dicker, and the lead now up to 14.
Jets 10.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Time for another drive here for this Jets offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Fields. He'll get that underneath to Herbert. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, Fields. They'll set up the screen to Herbert. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now Fields. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
Here now, 3rd down. To the air again, Fields. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go.
4th down, Fields has to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And some space here. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. second down, Kamara. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Alvin Kamara with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Dolphins have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Dicker now to tack on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. New York's offense back out there and set to go. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Here's Fields now on second down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Marte Mapu.
And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
Come on, set.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again.
Down to about the 23.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Cut 19.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
That is caught. Touchdown. Brandon Ayuk.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Dolphins up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter.
He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
And one last throw here for Fields. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. It's Marte Mapu, and the Dolphins are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull